thumbs down.
All right, this is the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Volleyball. Good afternoon, everybody, or good evening, I should say. Welcome to this Division II boys volleyball game between West Warwick and South Kingstown. I'm Eric White. I'll be calling the game today along with Mike Dennis and first-timer Ethan Rose. How
Hello.
you doing, Ethan?
I'm good.
Hold that right up to your mouth there, a couple inches away.
I'm good.
All right.
How we doing?
Good, good. And producing with us is Leah Dalness. She graduated last year and has come back to help out. She did a great job on the morning show and on many sporting events. So I want to welcome everybody to this Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathway production of West Warwick Boys Volleyball. We're glad we can bring this matchup to you live on this YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe to the WWHS Wizards YouTube channel. You're watching it right now. Subscribers can keep up to date with all the latest news and sporting events at West Warwick High School. So, Mike, how you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Excellent. So we have the 0-4 South Kingstown Rebels coming into the 4-0 Wizards. And this is the best boys volleyball team that the Orange and Black have seen in a long time. What do you think South Kingstown can do to make a game out of this?
I think their biggest thing is they're going to try to take away a lot of the high athletic plays the Wizards are going to try to make. A lot of the boys on this team, you know, we've seen it in the pregame. They're getting a lot of powers on the spikes. They're getting up high in the air. I think that their problem is they just try to block everything.
Yeah.
Try to make plays out of just something that they're going to try to do a little one-timer like in hockey and just try to block it and get right over the net. For the Wizards, keep the athleticism going. They're getting really good spikes over the net. They're looking great. And as always, they want to try to keep the undefeated streak going.
Yeah, I mean, that would be something. Last undefeated volleyball team we had here was the girls volleyball team. They had 3 championship appearances in Division II finals. They had an undefeated season, but they lost the championship. And then during the COVID year, where they lost during the regular season once, they won the championship. Then they had another 22-0 season, and they were on their way to a second consecutive championship. And then Mae D'Ambra hurt her knee, and Rogers came back to win that one. But this boys team, I think, has got to be thinking to try to replicate that success that the girls team had not too long ago.
And the one thing I will chip in on, I think all of our spring teams have chances to make state finals. The boys baseball team is looking great. And as of right now, as I have checked, I looked in Game Changer. They were in the mid-first, up 2-0 against one of the teams we're on the road facing against. I think it's Middletown.
Oh, yes, they are in Middletown. They're at Gaudet Middle School. I've had the pleasure of being there. And Gaudet Middle School is a huge school. It's really big enough to be a high school. But a lot of the sporting events are held there. So they're up 2-0, you said?
Yeah, up 2-0 in the mid of the first when I checked last.
So baseball team, we are covering that tomorrow. John Parenti's going to be calling that game at McCarthy Field. They're 2-0. The softball team had a come-from-behind win over Division I Westerly.
They also
they're 2-2.
smoked Situate, too. I think it was like 12-1.
And so they're 2-2 now. And our unified basketball team is 4-0. So we're like the sports dynasty here in the land of the orange and black. So
yeah, Kent County had a really tough loss against Lincoln. I spoke to Coach Gallo. They said they want to, try to chisel out a lot of the mistakes they were making against Lincoln. A lot of the errors came, allowing bunt doubles to happen a lot. Runs to be scored off those sack bunts. Sack bunts is where we need to make the out at the play. We need to make the play at the plate and get the out at first.
All right, here we go. We got South Kingstown in the blue and white. They're going to be on the left of your television dial or screen on your phone. On the right, in the orange and black, West Warwick Wizards at 4-0. They're going to put their 4-0 record on the line against these Rebels. I think this is a game, guys. Ethan.
Yes.
You're on the a football team.
Of course.
This is a trap game. So what do you do as an athlete to take a team that's 0-4 seriously?
You never know what could happen. You never know. Like, when we faced Mount Pleasant, we thought it was going to be a complete blowout, but
they were 1-6, right?
They were 1-6.
Or 0-6, yeah.
And then they scored on us, and then we were like, oh, really? Anything can happen. So, South Kingstown, I think they're going to come out fast in the beginning, but you never know what could happen.
Yeah.
Like I said, what they're really going to stop or try and stop is that Colin Kelly right in the middle.
And I think, yeah, because he's their big man in the middle, and I think it comes down to coaching. You really find out how good a coach is when you come to a game we could easily be unmotivated, and so we'll see. Coach Malloy, I think the world of him, and we are underway, and South Kingstown goes on top 1-0. Chase Wollstonecroft, number 2. A senior, and this team is all seniors and 1 sophomore. Wollstonecroft serving again for South Kingstown. Back over for South Kingstown. Wizards come back. Nice tap over. Nice tap over by Alex Osmena. Outside hitter, a senior, number 20. So we're all tied up at 1 right now. First 1 to 25 wins. Best out of 5 sets. Looks like a double hit called on West Warwick. So just like that, SK up 2-1. It's early, but if you're 0-4 and you're on the road, this is what you want to start out doing. So far, they're looking pretty sharp. Nice low serve. Degnan up.
Degnan up to Pereira, and they're going to get the block, and it's going to go right out.
Ethan Pereira.
That's another thing they're going to try and stop doing is the kills.
Yeah.
With Mike and Ozzie and Ethan Pereira.
SK's going to try to go for the kill. It's going to get blocked by Pereira and Lucas. Degnan's going to set Gallo up.
Oh!
There's going to be a kill. Rewarded for Gallo. And that's something that we like to call in sports momentum play. You hold the momentum, you win the game. Or in this instance, the set.
Absolutely.
Alex with the serve.
Osmena serving, yep.
He's going to get through. Good defensive play by the Wizards.
Ooh.
Lucas is going to try to just tap it over, and SK is going to get the block, and he's going to drop right below the net.
Nice block by South Kingstown's number 5, Trevor Richardson.
Looks like SK is making an early sub. Gallo's just going to hit it over. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be awarded a SK point.
So SK up 4-3. That potential kill by Gallo went wide.
12 Santee, Gallo. Pereira's just going to tap it over. SK's going to get it set.
And then double hit on South Kingstown, so we're all knotted up at 4 here.
Ref throws up a little peace sign, double hit. Love that.
Lucas Martins, yeah. Lucas Martins at the line.
And the big man, Colin Kelly, subs in. Just misses the block. Goes right between the both of their arms. Good precision by the SK kill right there.
Yeah, so far so good here for South Kingstown. And anybody from South Kingstown who's watching, welcome to the West Warwick High School WWHS-TV YouTube channel and the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Volleyball.
Gallo, someone's going to hit it. Gallo's going to...
I think Gallo was trying to tap it over, but he wasn't in the position to get that. Or Pacitti, I should say. Excuse me. No, that was Gallo.
And like I said early on, is SK needs to stop and get blocks on those athletic plays.
Anthony Pates, number 7, on the block. South Kingston. So just like that, SK up 7-4.
Degnan to Pereira is going to be blocked. Sent back over by SK. Be Santiago. Gallo. He's going to get rewarded with the kill. He's going to hit it low. SK defender's going to try to go for it. It's going to be hit right.
Yeah.
Right to the Wizards locker room, funny enough.
Boy, Gallo has got one hell of a shot. I mean, he hits the ball harder than I've seen anybody hit it.
And the one thing I will give credit to is that Mr. Eugene Gallo loves to give his kids a lot of motivation to play as hard as they can athletically. All 3 of his kids are athletes.
Yeah.
Ava Gallo is a frequent visitor to the New Balance Track Nationals.
Yep.
Mike Gallo plays 3 sports, basketball, football, and this. And Grace Gallo's one of the shortstop for the Kent County softball team.
I'm dating myself when I say I knew them before they even had one kid. It was a long time ago. Actually, no, shortly after their first one was born, that's when I met them. But yeah, it's unbelievable. All 3 of them are here.
Yeah, because Mr. Gallo is a history teacher for the freshmen, and then Mrs. Gallo does science.
Yeah. And so at the line, Luke Brock, number 8 for South Kingstown, holding to a 2-point lead.
With the set, Gallo's gonna hit it over. It's gonna be saved by
beautiful
SK.
position.
And it's gonna just be kind of fumbled up by SK's defense. It's gonna go right out of bounds.
So Gallo, he's a thumper, so when he gets up there, they're going to be expecting him to slam it, and then when you just tap it over and find a weak spot in the defense, it's really easy to fake him out, especially if they expect you to do the other thing.
Speaking about Gallo, he just got subbed out for J&T out.
What a block.
Yeah. And Tao gets the point. Now we're all tied up at 8. West Warwick getting back on track
If I'm not
here.
mistaken, he had an older brother who graduated last year, right?
I believe so.
They were both nicknamed JT.
All right. South Kingstown fighting back. I think it was Jeremy.
Yeah,
was it
Jeremy.
Yeah.
I had Jeremy in freshman year, Jim, and then I had Jaden last year.
Yeah.
Santiago, Alexander to hit it over. Going to be set. Ooh. And number 9 for SK, rewarded with the kill. It's going to be Samuel Conover.
So far, South Kingstown making a good account of themselves here.
Degnan, Samo.
And just like that, Osmena with the kill brings West Warwick to within 1. So Santi Saucedo, the libero, serving. And that's long. We're all tied up.
Tie match.
It's kind of funny when you watch volleyball. It's like watching basketball when you used to watch a lot of the Lob City, Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, even Kobe and Shaq used to have a little bit of a Lob City. It's kind of you set, kill.
Okay. Wilt Chamberlain actually played professional volleyball at 7'4" or whatever he was. Very athletic dude.
And mind you, that shows off the age of Mr. White. He actually watched Wilt Chamberlain as a kid.
We were in the same homeroom. No, we weren't in the same. Nobody's going to break that 100 points in a game, though. I'm telling you.
Bam Adebayo was close. He had 83.
He was pretty close.
So, I think Kobe had 88.
No, he had 81.
81?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chamberlain was actually a 3-sport athlete. He played volleyball, basketball,
and track
athlete. It's actually widely debated today if we threw him in today's NBA how good of a player he'd be. And I always tell people, you know, he would just be a taller Giannis and a better defender.
But you know, the Celtics were winning championships, and I think he won 1 championship. And he had trouble with Bill Russell,
And
who was 6'7".
6'10".
I think he was 6'7".
He was
I'm
undersized.
going to Google it.
I'm pretty sure he was 6'9" or 6'10". I don't think he was that small.
My Facebook icon picture is the statue of Bill Russell seemingly passing me the ball. He never passes it to me. He's a little bit of a ball hog, but he's in the Hall of Fame, so what can I say?
Of course, 11 championships.
That's right. 13 seasons, 11 championships.
Bill Russell wasn't that much of a ball hog. I think one of the things that he's credited for, he kind of was a point center.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, he was the ultimate team player and player coach.
And joining us in our commentation booth over here is going to be our athletic director.
Mr. Jim Alves.
James, if you want to be formal.
Yeah. 13-13. SK not going away. Ooh, just out, probably by about 4 inches. So that's Pereira, who looks taller than when he was in my class last year. Or
Lucas is going to get blocked by SK. SK's going to try to rebound it, and it's going to be out.
make that 2 years ago. So yeah, he's had 2 years to grow. He was not that tall when I had him. 14-14. Osmena on the line to serve.
A lot of soccer athletes that I see on this team. Degnan, Pereira, Santi. Degnan gonna set, Pereira's just gonna tap it over. SK's gonna save it. Gonna hit it back over.
Free ball for
set. Gallo.
Ooh.
And they're gonna give him it. Give him the kill.
15-14 Wizards. Now, usually first team to 20 is going to win the set, but
25.
Well, usually the first team to 20 goes on to win. But if the other team is close, then it's anybody's game. And South Kingstown is not going away, making a good account of themselves here. Unforced error by the Wizards, going to keep the Rebels in it.
Degnan, Pereira. It's going to be blocked by South Kingstown's number 7.
Anthony Pates.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So we got a timeout here. Let me give a shout out to some of the people behind the scenes that you don't see. Leah Dalness, class of 25, is back producing. And Janet Denise Madriaga from my broadcast journalism class is the scorekeeper, doing a great job. Juliana Dutra, Jaden Dion, and Jack Harris up on camera number 1. And on camera number 2, we've got Anaya LeBron and I forgot to write the other person's name down. Anaya LeBron and let me get the other person's name. Thank you for everybody. Welcome to my cognitive memory test live on air.
I think the result of Alzheimer's.
If I make another mistake like that, I'm checking myself in. All right.
Whoa! What a save!
Oh,
Degnan tries to make the save.
That was an excellent save, and sometimes when the ball rolls over the net like that, it's very difficult to return.
And we don't have the name of number 12, so he's going to be number 12 synonymously.
Whoa, and that's into the crowd. A foul ball. Hey.
And Mr. White is over there signing signatures for one of his students.
Sumar Demir from period 2, making his presence known.
And Martin's with the serve. SK's gonna set it. He's gonna go for the kill. Martin's gonna try to save it. He's gonna go right into the away stands.
Now this is tight. West Warwick has dropped only 1 set in their 4 wins. So it's got to tell you something about how hard South Kingstown is playing right now. And I think Coach Malloy is over there not very happy that his team has let this team stay in it. But South Kingstown giving a good account of themselves, but we have had some unforced errors.
I don't think Michael's gal is gonna just let it go away that easy.
Apparently
He's
not.
making incredibly high athletic, plays, trying to keep his team in the set. Pereira with the serve. And it's gonna hit right off SK's net.
Oof. Another unforced error. Now, South Kingstown at 20. Looking to rip a set off of undefeated West Warwick. Santi with the setup.
This is weird because usually I do play-by-play. Mr. White's in the chair. It's kind of weird when he's doing it.
I'm trying to look something up right now.
Santi, Degnan, Gallo.
Tips it over. Oh, beautiful. I almost had that one.
It's going to be hit right back to us.
Yes. Scarlett Hernandez Vega is the other camera person.
You really going to ask for the
Yeah, I went into because she asked me today, and I was like, all right, it's the kid with the headband. Who is that? All right.
JT's
all right, so
hit it a little
by
bit
2
short.
sets.
All right, so South Kingstown very close to pulling a mini upset here in the first set.
Degnan
sets it up.
Kelly. And it's going to be out.
Oof.
Yeah, sometimes, putting all the force in your arm into the ball is not always the best choice. Sometimes you want to just tap it over. SK's going to make a good recovery, and it's going to hit the net. See a little bit of frustration from the South Kingstown side players. A little bit of miscommunication. Chemistry's just got to be a little bit harder on these possessions.
Yeah.
Santi set it over. Degnan with a great block.
Excellent block. And West Warwick is now within 1. Santi Saucedo, the libero on the line. And that's going to be long. Yeah, those are the kind of errors that you can't make this late in a set if you want to win. And we've seen a few of those tonight so far. And that West Warwick's got to tighten that up if they're going to come out on top.
Chase Wilsoncroft. He set it. Tiao's going to try to hit it up. Degnan's going to try to save it. It's just going to go right out.
Set point.
And right here, gentlemen, like you said, Ethan, you never know. And just like that, we're at set point here.
Wilsoncroft's going to take another jab at set. Tiao, Degnan. Luke's going to hit it over. SK's going to try to make a little recovery.
SK gives him a free ball. Degnan with the set.
Osmena
Osmena with the kill. Can West Warwick come back and right this set? Degnan, the serve. Santi Degnan set. Osmena puts it over. Back comes South Kingstown. Block up front. Santi to Degnan.
In.
It's going to come down to almost set point for the Wizards.
23-24, and South Kingstown calls a timeout.
Got to be thinking, like, what's in the mind of the coach here? Like, you know, one away from set point, got a lot of key mistakes being made. They're not playing well in, you know, the mid to longer length of each point. They're not playing good defense, and she's really got to emphasize the defense. They're making a lot of key mistakes, especially, you know, communication-wise.
And I think if you're South Kingstown, you have to win the first set to have a chance to win this match. And they're right there. They're right there. West Warwick's back's against the wall. One more mistake by West Warwick, that's it, set point. They have to be perfect. They have to get 3 perfect. Actually, they have to win by 2.
Win by 2 sets.
So they need 4 points right from here. So Degnan on the line trying to make it happen for the orange and black. Serve comes up.
Wilson Croft.
Degnan sets.
Wizards are staying in it.
Oh,
and
that's
it's going to
out.
be set 1.
Good set.
Awarded to South Kingstown.
Set 1 to South Kingstown.
Alex hit it just a little bit too far.
Just too far. I'd say, you know, there's about 3 inches, and, you know, you start to hit those later on. That's one thing the Wizards need to sharpen up. But we're going to take a break here. The Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Volleyball. All right, Eric White back here. A little bit of a stunner. Wizards drop set number 1. 25-23 to South Kingstown. South Kingstown comes in 0-4. West Warwick 4-0. And I'm here with one student, one former student, Ethan Rose and Mike Dennis. So this is a little bit of a wake-up call for the Wizards, I think. If I'm Coach Malloy, I'm wanting my team to come out and assert dominance here, because I think if you can tell an undefeated team that they can lose, but when somebody rips a set off you, you definitely know it. I think that's better than anything the coach could say, really. What do you think, Ethan?
I believe that South Kingstown, they come out, they have a little bit of pressure on them because they're the lower team. Well, not really lower, but they have the 0-4 record and we have the 4-0 record, so they want to come out higher. But I also believe that for some of these kids that it's very personal because of the rivalry from football that we've built a little bit with South Kingstown.
That's true. That's true.
We lost state title to them.
State title 29-0. And then that same year in the regular season, 10-7, James Branch had a 60-yard touchdown pass, and then they had a field goal to win it.
Yeah.
And then this year, we went to their house, and then 14-13 came to the 1-yard line, and we didn't get it.
Yeah. So maybe there's a little bit of a rivalry developing here between West Warwick and South Kingstown.
Yeah,
I believe that.
Our biggest rival this year, I think, is Lincoln. We've played a lot of really close games against them.
I don't believe that. Westerly is the school's biggest rival this year.
Westerly, too. Well, I mean, right now, Wesley's technically tied with us because they destroyed us in girls basketball, unfortunately. We had a really, really good win. Kent County had a great win against them. The Tollgate senior, Reagan Mata, she hit a nice little single that was in the outfield and won it in the 8th inning. Yeah. Girls beat them. You guys beat them in the regular, and they beat you in the playoffs. Yeah. So it's a 2-2 record. Yeah. And I want to say that I think that these boys play against them, and I want to say maybe boys
yet.
baseball.
I think they play them next week.
Yeah, but soon.
All right, Degnan on the line. Set number 2 is underway. And South Kingstown jumps on top right away. 1-0.
Not too much to worry about early in the set.
Early in the set. I think the Wizards got to start putting a run together here to get some confidence back. Degnan with the set. Oh!
It's not much communication coming on with the Wizards side.
Trevor Richardson, number 5, with the block there. He's a tall kid. 2-0 Rebels here early in set 2.
For
Degnan with the set.
Lucas
over.
Degnan, Santiago.
Nice
block.
It's going to be
Ethan Pereira and Lucas Martin.
Get a little
fantastic
half block right there.
Much needed by the Wizards, who need to go on offense now.
Michael Gallo subbed in for Jaden Tao.
Osmena on the line to serve. Nice low serve. Wow.
Ace.
That's it, man. That one almost looked. It was one of those serves that almost looked like it was going to hit the net and not go over, and I think that kind of faked out South Kingstown a little bit, along with a little miscommunication that went between 2 players who weren't communicating about who's going to get it.
Gallo's going to Gallo's going to try to tip it over. Santi's going to get on the floor, try to get it.
Nice save by Gallo. Degnan's over, and it's over. It's out. Nice volley. One of the longer volleys of tonight so far. 3-2. South Kingstown up, and Sean Cantino, captain, senior captain, is in serving.
Degnan's going to set it for Gallo. Gallo's going to try to kill.
What a kill.
Cross-court kill. He's done that 3 times tonight at least. 3-3.
Gallo's looking like the X factor right here.
Yeah.
Coming out is Saucedo, and coming in is Colin Kelly.
And Lucas Martin's on the line.
Degnan, Gallo.
Another one.
That's just looking like the bread and butter so far.
Yeah.
I want to say Gallo has like 5 or 6 kills. If it works, you keep going to it.
That's right.
Lucas to serve.
Nice serve.
Ooh. That's also their bread and butter. Luke Brock's playing highly athletic volleyball.
Luke Brock, great sports name.
Lucas is going to come back out, and then Santi's going to sub in for him.
Number 12. Do we know who number 12 is? No. The mystery server. Ooh.
What a block.
We don't know who number 12 and number 15 is. I want to say 12 is Ryan Cantino.
We'll send our crack research staff over there. Anthony Pates, number 7, with the block.
I think she said that Ryan Cantino was her second serving specialist. Degnan Gallo, bread and butter.
And
5-5, and the way this matchup is going, forget what the records say, okay? The way this matchup is going, South Kingstown's giving a lot of trouble to West Warwick up front.
It's the height.
Yeah.
There it is again.
Another one.
They're going to stop it.
3 in a row.
Wow. Gallo again. Now, if he does that, 19 more times, then we're all set.
As long as Coach Malloy just manages his stamina, I think that he's a kid to get you up early in the set.
Yeah,
you take
absolutely.
him out in the mid-set. You let, if you need some points late in the set, then you bring him back in, and then you
he rotates him out. I think that's very good. Keep him fresh. All right. Something called against
Santee.
Against Santee. So Wizards up 7-6.
I don't think he did I think he did like an illegal move.
Ryan Cartier, I think, is on the line.
Here we go. We see it again.
Oh!
And he adjusts. That was beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Goes from the power spike right to just the soft tap over. And here goes. Comes right out.
Yep. And I like that, because Coach Malloy keeping him out, keeping him fresh,
They're going to sub
rotating
in
him
for the
back
second
in.
power spiker, which is going to be Alex.
Tao serving.
Santee, Degnan.
Set.
Kelly's going to go for it.
Whoa! And that one almost hit our camera person up there. But they didn't flinch. Extra credit for them. Okay.
Santee sounded like an air horn the way he just kind of screamed out what happened. Tao.
Ooh.
SK's just going to get another similar kind of play.
And Tao putting something together here. And we have timeout, looks like by South Kingstown. That's a very strategic and well-timed timeout.
So are they limited timeouts per set?
Two.
Or two?
2 per set, yes.
Long and a short, or just both long?
1 minute timeouts.
Yeah, 1 minute.
I did a little bit of research on the rules, but I was going to let Eric White do his thing on the mic.
Well, we're not showing the timeouts on the graphic, but next time we will. It's 2 each. Janet Denise Madriaga doing a great job on the scorekeeper from Uno Overlays, which is awesome. I love it. Got the logos in there and everything. It almost makes us look like we know what we're doing. So,
yeah, when I talked to a lot of the coaches here, I said this is going to be our best year so far. Graphics-wise, it's going to look really good.
Yeah.
The spring, prelude that we had was great for softball. I got a lot of compliments for it.
I want that softball team that beat Westerly to show up so we can get them on camera. But we'll do them. We're probably doing the next. We're going to be doing baseball tomorrow at 5 against Central, live on this channel. But
that's going to be a good game because they beat us last year.
They did.
They also lost a lot of age, and we didn't lose much.
Yeah.
We lost, 5 seniors?
Yep.
Tim Dean, 2 pitchers, I want to say.
Don't look now, but we got Tao has a little bit of a run going here. And this is just what the Wizards need. They have not put a consistent run together this match so far. Degnan.
Alex.
Osmana. Oh!
That's something that's kind of killing them is that.
Got a hustle by Santee, though.
Yeah.
Trying to make the hustle, it's just they're not making the plays.
Yep.
Like I said, it's kind of like hockey. You make the extra pass and you have the one-timer, just a straight slap shot from one of your wings or your center.
Luke Brock to serve. I just love that name. I'm not making fun of him. That's a great name. Oh!
Degnan tries to set it for Kelly, and it goes behind him. Pereira tries to kind of just tap it over, and it's right off the net.
Those are the ones you kick yourself over because he knows he could have gotten that over and just didn't put enough on it.
Rock.
11-8, and
it's going to be out of bounds.
8-12.
Okay.
Now Santi's going to be at the line.
Ooh.
What a great serve.
It really is.
That's what you try to aim for.
Degnan, Alex, and he's going to get rewarded with the kill.
13-8. Wizards finally putting some distance between themselves and South Kingstown.
Feels like every set Degnan does is like perfect, right where you wanted to be.
He's really doing a great job.
Great block.
Ooh, nice save by South Kingstown.
Santi,
Set by
Degnan.
Degnan.
Mars trying to get it. They're going to recover. Degnan's going to perfectly hit it to Alex.
Oh. And that was good by South Kingstown. 13-9. And number 15, Ryan Cantino, maybe?
I didn't, no idea.
We'll find out. And that's going to be out. Oh no, that was in. 14.
I think it like barely was.
Yeah, that was
over the line.
Yeah. But they're counting it as in.
Degnan serving.
Whoa, nice low serve over the net.
Blocked.
Nice blocked. Oh, they're calling a net against West Warwick. I don't think they're liking the call too much. All right. 14-10. I think that was a net call against West Warwick. All
they don't
right.
look happy.
Wollstonecroft, Chase Wollstonecroft on the line,
and that's a kill.
There's no question about that one. 15-10.
The thing
And
that
Mike Gallo coming back in.
The thing that we got to remember about the Interscholastic League is that if you get chirpy with the refs, they will boot you, and you get suspended too.
They will. They talked to me about you earlier, Mike, so you better behave yourself today.
I hope not. I've always been respectful. I always try to be respectful of the refs, especially the umpires, too.
I am just kidding, and plus I slipped them a 20 before they came in, so you're not going anywhere. Yeah. All right. Osmana.
Alex with kind of a lob.
Little high serve.
It's going to go back to Gallo.
Mike Gallo.
Oh. It's going to go out. He was trying to kind of
Oh, wait a minute. I think they're giving it. I think South Kingstown had a finger on it, and I think that's why they're. And South Kingstown's arguing that call, but to no avail. Looks like it's coming back, and that's a point. So that is a kill for Gallo.
So they, we gotta get a stiff call, and they give us a stiff call back. We'll take it. Alex will serve. He's gonna lob it over. Try to go for the kill. Santi, Degnan.
Gallo again.
Ooh.
Gallo's just looking like.
I really lost count of how much kills he has this game.
I think he's at 11.
We can get the official stat from the sideline before we maybe bring him over for an interview.
I'd say him and Degnan. It's my front
runners. Let's not get ahead of ourselves yet.
There it is again. Oh, it's gonna be blocked out of bounds.
Beautiful block, and that was number 5 on the other side.
That looked
Trevor Richardson.
That looked like it bounced out to me.
Wow. Oh wait, are they going to argue that? Nobody's arguing. Okay, 18-11.
They're up 7.
Yeah.
So I think they're just going to let it go.
Number 4, Cantino.
Degnan, Pereira.
Ooh. Pereira with the kill. 19-11. And no, that's not the year I graduated from high school, Ethan. I take offense to that. It was 1912. All right.
Brock.
Ooh. Oh! Oh, my goodness.
He didn't even realize it.
Oh, he did not even realize it. Wow.
SK staying strong in the mid-set.
Another one. Oy.
That may be a net call, but it's not. It's not.
Point Wizards.
Whoa. That went off the foot of Lucas Martins, and he didn't even realize it, like you said, Ethan. And West Warwick ends up with the point. Martins again, and it's in. Ace.
Like Mr. White said, we're in this, kind of late stage. 4 points for the Wizards, 14 for SK to come back. Martins.
Gotta hit it over.
Degnan.
Colin Kelly.
Colin Kelly. It's gonna be saved.
Oh.
And
it's gonna be SK.
Missed it. 22-11.
The Wizards looking much more fluid, communicating much better, just putting points together.
Degnan.
Set. Michael.
Gallo taps it over, tries to find a weak spot. SK is prepared. They send it back over. Degnan sets it up.
Kelly.
Whoa, and that's out.
Point Wizards.
Gallo's looking like field coach out there.
Yeah,
kind of like
he really is.
When you watch football, the Mike's usually the field general. He's the guy who leads the team out there. Usually one of the captains.
Ooh.
Junior captain, yeah.
Yeah. And just, when you go up, you don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to thump it, or is he going to just tap it over? And he's got a really good sense of where to put the ball. He's a very good player. An athletic kid, but also a very good player. And there's an unforced error. We are at set point.
Ethan Pereira serving.
Could end it off with a little ace.
All right.
Here goes Brock. And he's going to. And they're going to indiscriminately give Wizards set point.
So that's it.
A little overview of the set. Mike Gallo is just playing great. He's playing out of his mind. A lot of athletic plays from him.
Absolutely. But, we're at 1-1 here. Let's not forget they dropped the first set, and I know it was close. But they've gotten started. And that was only the second set of the year that they have dropped. So the Wizards, 25-12, a dominant second set win. We're going to take a short break right here on the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Volleyball. All right, we're back. Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Volleyball. Wizards storm back in the second set. 25-12, and we are tied at 1 set apiece. Eric White with Ethan Rose, Mike Dennis. Let's see if the Wizards can keep it going here.
And as we get into the set, Mike Gallo has, what, 11?
11 kills.
And
11
Ian Degnan
kills.
has 24 assists. Most, if not all, of the Wizards' points have literally been from Ian Degnan hitting up the ball and them killing it. We're going to see a little bit of a different kind of set out here. Chris Wright subs in with, can't think of his name. That's really
Cole
bad.
Wico.
Not Wico, the other one. My mind's like.
It is Max Pacitti.
No, 14. I can't think of his name.
14.
Liam
That's right.
Sisson.
Sisson,
Liam
yeah, that's what his
Sisson.
name is. I should remember his name. I did wrestling, so. Degnan, Sisson.
Oh.
Could have been number 25 for Degnan.
All right. So South Kingstown, this is the third set in a row where South Kingstown has scored first.
Boyko, Gallo, Pacitti.
Ooh.
Pacity's just going to hit just low of the net.
So there's two zip. Chase Wollstonecroft. On the line for South Kingstown. I think that one might have been long, but the Wizards hit it back. Ooh.
Degnan, Sisson.
25.
And Sisson was not missing on that
25 assists for Ian Degnan.
I think I'll take
Wow.
that number in the lottery. Lucky number 25.
one. 25, just like my age. That's not funny. I mean,
Flip it and add 20.
that's half my age, I know. 2-1, Wizards, Degnan serves. Oh, and number 14, Donovan Machado, got it over, and it wasn't really the tap, it was the position, the positioning that West Warwick just couldn't return it. You know, that little rolling ball down, nobody could get a hand on it. 3-1, South Kingstown. Wollstonecroft served again.
Boyko and hit it over. Rock. I love that. That name's hilarious.
Luke Brock.
All right. Luke Brock has been a rock up front for South Kingstown. And this
Subbing out Sisson for Rogers. Rogers to get a low serve.
and Julian Rogers, a defensive specialist, a junior. 4-2, South Kingstown up again early.
I feel like I haven't seen Degnan sub out once. He's Iron Man
He's
numbers
like
over here.
Yeah.
Yo, speaking about Iron Man, one of the big things that a lot of Marvel fans, including myself, when Avenger Doomsday come out, we hope that the kid from Iron Man 3 comes out as the new Iron Man. That'd be sick.
That would be something. Yeah, that was just out. That was just
Ref
out.
hesitated a little bit.
Yeah. So South Kingstown with a fairly commanding 6-2 lead right here.
I don't see any emotional change on Coach Malloy's face. I think he's still confident.
I hope so. I mean, I know he is. I've known him for a long time. All right. Right now, I think Coach Malloy might be thinking of calling a timeout and getting his guys together.
I think he's going to give it one more, and he's going to call a timeout. Degnan, Gallo, bread and butter. It's going to be blocked, but out.
Out, though.
All right, good.
Point Wizards.
Point Wizards. SK not playing like an 0-4 team. Nope. Really, they're not. Okay, so number 5 subs out Richardson, and subbing in for him, number 15.
The city just low.
The city is the other libero. So 8-3. West Warwick trails, still early in set number 3.
Three points we've given him just off of really bad serves. Something we just got to make an adjustment of.
Cartier or Cartier. Oh. All right.
Julian just got a bad look at it.
Yeah.
Here comes the Wizards timeout.
Yep.
2 points, I was off, but.
Yep. No, this is a game of momentum, you know. If the other team has it or your team needs it, you need to call a timeout. And right here, the Wizards need it. And I think, you know, Coach Malloy is telling them, listen, just calm down, play your game. Play your game and stop making the stupid mistakes.
Yes.
They're making mistakes that they didn't make in set 2, that they don't usually make. And they are letting this South Kingstown team hang around. Plus, this South Kingstown team isn't bad. They have a much smaller roster, but they've got height.
Height and
number 7.
And athleticism.
And Brock.
And they've got a guy with a great name. So, you know, this team is going to win games this year. South Kingstown.
Looks like he's going to keep. So it comes in as Alex. Chris Wright's going to stay out there. Liam Sisson
back.
Degnan, Kelly, and Gallo. Oh, Chris Wright's going to come out. Gallo's going to save it. Kelly's going to hit it over. Brock. And he's out.
It's long. Okay.
It's like the name just rolls off the tongue.
Wico. Cole Wico. On the line for West Warwick.
Really high set.
Yeah, excellent. Beautiful block by Colin Kelly there, using some of his height.
Wico's a 4-year athlete for, I want to say, winter track, soccer, and volleyball.
Yeah. Degnan with the set. Kelly with the kill.
And fun fact about Cole Wico, he's actually I want to say he's the Val or the salutatorian.
He's the salutatorian
of class of 26.
Yes.
And
we're working on a story on him for WWHS-TV right now, and him and the
valedictorian.
I was not even close-atorian when I was in high school.
Oh.
I shouldn't even think about an atorian.
Nick Pinoltz, actually, he had an older sister who was the only senior my freshman year for softball, and then he was a hockey player.
Oh yeah. Nick Pinoltz is the
valedictorian. Yep.
Yeah. Whoa! What
great serve.
That's one that he might have thought, hey, that's not going to go over, and it just barely squeaked over.
Sometimes it's actually what they try and aim for. Try and hit the top of the net.
Yeah.
Waco. Gonna set it up for Brock. Brock's gonna hit it over.
Ooh.
Someone's gonna try to save it. Hoyko.
Colin
Kelly
puts it right over. Nice save by the Wizards.
Set.
Brock.
Blocked.
And he goes right
Brock
into
got
it.
blocked.
And
Kelly.
one of the things that he was good at in basketball, he's good at in volleyball, and that's blocks.
Yep. Wico giving the Wizards a much-needed run. Tied it up at 9-9.
Another key defense thing. Luke Brock tries to run out and get the ball back up in the air. It just hits the ground.
Cole on a roll right now.
Yeah. He gets an A+ from me on this serve.
Waco back over. Brock's gonna hit it. It's gonna be set up for Anthony. And it's gonna go out.
Nice run, just what the Wizards needed. It's 10-10. Luke Brock on the line for South Kingstown.
You love that name, huh?
I love that name.
Brock serving. Degnan.
Sis.
Bread and butter here. Gallo will be blocked.
Sisson with the save.
Collins going to go up now.
Out. Our point.
Yeah, it was number 7, Anthony Pates there again. Him and number 5, Trevor Richardson, have been killing us up front
I feel like
tonight.
I just heard a banshee scream behind me.
Yeah, we got the South Kingstown people behind us. And that is wide. 12-10.
And that's one of the best things I like about doing these gymnasium games. You hear the crowd noise. You hear when it's pin drop quiet. You hear when the momentum's shifting. You don't really hear that in baseball and softball. It's
I mean, my first year announcing, I thought my name was You Suck.
Oh.
So Ryan Carter and Chase Wilson crossing to try to go for it, and there's going to be an SK timeout.
Yeah.
Wizards to completely flip the momentum over their head.
Absolutely. And South Kingstown coach, great. That's just right where you want to take a timeout, because you need to get your team back into it, calm them down. Maybe call some different formations. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Get some water. Let them rest.
I think I'm going to get some water. I have some right here.
Yeah, the momentum's really flipped over their head. Kind of feels like they're being waterboarded with it. They're trying to stand on each other's shoulders, and the water's still above their head.
Oh, God. All right. I see my career starting to flash before my eyes. All right.
And don't worry, guys. Next game, we will be throwing him back in the booth, and he'll be directing again.
Yeah. I'll be clicking a mouse. Don't you worry. All right. Ethan, are you having a good time? First game?
I'm having a wonderful time.
Excellent. Luke
Gallo with the serve.
Not Luke Gallo.
No,
Mike
not Luke.
It's going to be out.
That is a familiar name of the school, though.
It is. Luke Gallo and I have the same birthday.
Yeah?
Yeah, not the same year, ironically, but it's the same the same day. Yeah.
Luke Gallo, Division II Lineman of the Year for football.
Yes. Yeah.
He also he was really underrated as a receiver too.
Yeah.
He's one of Nate Corona's favorite targets.
I think Gallo was kind of like the James Branch of last year.
He was like our go-to guy when we needed a couple yards.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Or we just did a little power play with Nick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little mix-up with the refs.
So when you lose great players, like Branch, and to have another successful season like you guys did is really something, because your game changes.
Yeah.
And Gallo picked it up. The other Gallo had a good year.
Yeah, and we've had a lot of really good years of Wizards running backs. Trayvon Chase, who was our old quarterback, who left to go prep for basketball. He has an older brother, DeAndre. He's also related to James. They had the DeAndre Chase and James Branch, 1-2 punch.
Yes.
They had the Pettis Branch 1-2 punch, and then they had Andrew Chow, Timothy Dean, Texas.
Yeah.
Isaiah Srazadis.
Yeah, they've just had these players coming up who fill in the gaps,
And this year was the Nick Anderchow show. Nick's having a great year for baseball too.
And a couple of Nate Petrarca shows.
All right, so the refs are talking about something.
Still a mix-up trying to figure out what's going on.
A little fun fact that I'm sure John Parenti will talk about tomorrow for baseball. When they played North Providence, who were the eventual D2 winners last year, Nick Anderchow had hit a home run. The first home run that we had since Josh Pettis hit one back in my freshman year.
Wow.
Nick got great contact on it,
and
the ball went flying.
Okay,
335 feet.
So now Kelly is on the line to serve. Whatever call that was got reversed. The ref is explaining that to South Kingstown. Yeah, to Wolstercroft. Yeah. Wizards up 14-12.
Wish they were talking loud enough we can hear what they're talking about, but Doesn't look happy about the call. He's just going to go back and suck it up.
Nope.
And the thing about the interscholastic league is refs will not hesitate to throw you out the game. They'll not hesitate to give the other team.
Well, all right. I don't think the clearance was given to serve,
Sub.
or it was a sub. Okay. All right. Colin Kelly to serve for the Wizards.
Brock. Wollstonecroft.
Oh.
Oh.
And Wollstonecroft. Not one of the bigger players, but really strong up front. Wizards could not return that. South
Kind of
Kingstown.
reminds me of a kid who graduated here 2 years ago. I think he was a volleyball player. This kid Mason. He was a little short kid, kind of a little jacked. I think he played volleyball.
Is that Pacheco? No.
No.
No, that's
Willard, I think his last name was.
oh no.
Degnan, right. It's going to be
Nice
recovered by
comeback.
SK. Gallo, Degnan.
Degnan.
Sisson.
Ooh.
And
They're going to bounce in and keep in
It
play
tipped
for the
in, then it hit
Wizards.
the ground.
all right. 15-13. Degnan on the line. Here
Wizards
in-
had a really long unanswered run. SK stopped it. That call was pause of the game. Wollstonecroft.
And 14, Donovan Machado.
You know, I noticed with SK that they start really strong at the beginning of the set, and then they lose momentum, and then they bring it back up.
Yeah. And Machado, who had the kill right there.
Sean
Is up
Cantino
front.
with the set. Not set, sorry, serve.
Now we're all tied at 15.
Gallo made a little bit of a defensive mistake. He was kind of thinking he could hit it up and someone would be there. Then he can get back up on the net for the spike.
Oh.
Unforced
Low
error.
serve by Sean Cantino.
We'll take it.
Back to the Wizards. Now it's going to be Sisson going on the line.
Liam Sisson.
Wollstonecroft's going to set it up.
Machado bumps it
Sisson,
over.
Degnan. Here goes Gallo.
Ooh.
Boom. I think that was like his hardest hit of all game. I want to say
There's just really nothing you can do if he
Degnan's got to be
spikes
like,
it and it's really low to the ground.
Yeah, no, there isn't. Oh. Yeah, that may have
Good
been
hustle.
going out then, but 18-15. And yeah, and then if you do get your hands on that, a ball like that can easily go out, you know?
Sisson, Brock.
Oh.
And SK is going to just fumble it.
Yeah, SK is having a little bit of a defensive breakdown here. Wizards taking advantage, 19-15. Wollstonecroft sets it up.
Brock.
Brock.
Mike. Oh, little tap.
Excellent by Gallo. South
Brock.
Kingstown comes back. Oh, I think he's getting
I think
a
it
net
was
call.
foot
Not sure.
went over the line under the net.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's because of WWE wrestler and UFC fighter Brock Lesnar. I kind of
Brock.
just rolls right off the tongue.
Wizards
Here goes
up
back
to
up.
15.
That was in.
Yep. Okay, 20-16.
He gets the kill and then nonchalantly doesn't handshake his teammates. He just goes and looks right at the net. That was kind of funny.
Sean Cantino.
Subbing in for the first time, going to be 12th grader. Oh no, he's played a little bit. Machado. And the coach from South Kingston is going to talk to the opposite side ref. I'm assuming she might be arguing the net call. Or they're looking at the... I have no idea. Looking at the scoring sheet. And again, you know, coming out of one of these kind of, you know, let's argue with the ref timeouts that we've had, they've switched the momentum. Let's hope that doesn't happen again for the Wizards and that they can remain the momentum over South Kingstown Rebels.
Anthony Pates, who's been dangerous up front, he's going out. Coming in is number 11, Callie Machado, who's also been dangerous up front. He's had a couple of kills.
Is that Trevor Richardson?
Actually, no, Callie Machado just came in. Donovan Machado has had the kills.
Oh, Mike with the kill.
Michael Gallo.
Yeah, so there is 2 Machados. I thought it was.
Yes. Yeah.
And
so 14.
the brother. I'm guessing they're not brothers.
Well,
maybe not.
Don't make the assumption. I've done that on the air and been wrong before. So
they may not be related.
2
we'll
kids
keep it at
named
that.
Machado. Maybe they're cousins. Who knows?
Brock. Blocked by Kelly. He's not going to be rewarded with the block.
And
Block again. He's just going to tap it over. And it's going to go out of
That's
bounds.
out. Oh no,
They're
that's
gonna
in.
reward him
that's
with
in.
it.
Yeah, that was in.
Sorry,
right
that
in the
looked out
corner.
from my perspective.
That was one of those fluky kind of plays. But good job by South Kingstown keeping it in.
Machado's going to come out. Donovan Machado, not Callie Machado.
Ryan Cartier, senior, number 3 on the line for South Kingstown. Degnan with the set. Kelly with the kill. 22-17.
Wait, it looks like they awarded. No,
That went off of Brock's leg.
Yeah, I think the coach was arguing there should have been a
She's
net
frustrated.
call.
I could just tell. She walked away and rolled her eyes.
I mean, I would be frustrated too.
And Wico was serving.
I mean,
Point West Warwick.
this
4
would be the
hits.
time to call a timeout.
Yeah, I don't know if they have any.
They might not
No.
have one actually.
What, 23-17?
I think they have one because I think we took one. They took
Yeah.
one.
Wico.
Boyk. Here we go. Gallo. Kill. Wizards going to be
Set
at match
point.
Set point. Wizards looking to take a 2-1 lead
wanna
in what has been I think a tougher than expected match.
Gallo's at like 18.
We gotta get the number from.
We'll get it. We'll get it at the end.
scorekeeper.
Yeah.
This is why I teach English.
It's kind of hard to keep count.
Wico. Set
Machado.
point.
Kelly,
Kelly's going to go forward, try to get the match going.
over.
Be hit
Nice
over.
save by South Kingstown.
Wico.
Degnan with
Set.
the set.
Degnan.
And
Kelly.
that's the match.
That
Well,
is
not
the
match,
set.
set.
That's the set. 25-17.
So a couple of things to look out for people at home. Degnan's been playing like a kind of prime Matt Johnson. Chris Paul is just perfectly setting up his teammates every single time he sets the ball. Getting kills is what wins you the game, and he's doing that, getting his teammates involved. And most, if not all, the people that have come on and gotten a set from him gotten a kill.
So as the teams switch sides, we're going to take a break here in the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Volleyball. Dennis, Ethan Pereira back here at Dan Sylvester Gym. We are going into the 4th set. Wizards up 2-1. Want to thank Leah Dalness for producing once again. She came back. She graduated. She doesn't have to do this. So, thank you. Janet Denise Madriaga from my broadcast journalism class doing a great job on the scoring. Juliana Dutra, who's talking to her family right now, but she was on camera. She's in the pathway. Jaden Dion is on the camera now. Jack Harris, Anaya LeBron, and Scarlett Hernandez Vega, whose name I finally wrote down.
And in between sets, we went back over to the statistician, and Degnan's at 32 assists.
Woo. And how about kills for Gallo?
14.
I thought it was 18.
I think he said 14.
No, it was 18 because it was he had the 4, he had 5, 5, 5, and 3, so 18 or
18,
17.
okay, let's go with 18. Sounds good.
And I'm pretty sure Kelly, I think Kelly has 7.
All right. So Degnan.
And for the start of this set, Gallo's going to sit, so.
Degnan is kicking it off here on the line for the Wizards in set 4. And we were mentioning giving Gallo a rest. It didn't seem that they rested him a lot that last set.
Nope. Iron Man.
That was the first time that the Wizards have led a set with a point. Oh,
it's not Brock this time.
And Wizards up 2-zip just like that. I think this is the first set where they have jumped up.
Brock's also playing Iron Man minutes. Him and Wilsacroft.
Yeah.
That's Conover. Degnan with the serve. It's going to be low.
good set. Or serve.
Conover's going to try to tap it over.
Oh.
Degnan got it off his foot, tried to save it, and she's going to hit it right off the ground.
And 2-1 just like that.
Serve for South Kingstown is going to be Chase Wilsoncroft.
I'm trying hard not to make a Frankenstein joke, and I'll explain that in a minute.
Wollstonecroft just over.
Degnan.
Lucas is going to hit it way too far.
That serve by Wollstonecroft, another one of those low serves right over the net. So difficult to return.
Yeah, long serves gives you time to set. Short serves, you got to be quick on your feet.
That is out.
Unforced error.
Now we're going to go back. It's going to be Ozzy. He's going to be doing a little bit of serving.
Okay.
Oh, good block by JT. It's going to be out. It's going to be Noah Diorio. Little spell check right there.
Diorio, yes. Excellent.
I'm getting better.
Oh, yep, not bad.
Alex is kind of just trying to lob it in there, right, to the front area of the opposite net, and that time he just doesn't get over. And hopping into his serve is going to be Sean.
Cantino on the line. Degnan sets
Pereira,
up.
Kill.
Pereira puts
It's going to be
right
34 for Degnan. Sadie's going to come out. Kelly's going to come in. Wonder when we'll see Mike Gallo's sub back in. Lucas serve.
Martin's on the line, yep.
Brock.
Oh, yep, that's the nice block, but it went out. 5-4 Wizards.
Lucas
South Kingstown.
Is sub out for Santee. This is Trevor Richardson. Degnan, Kelly.
Kill.
Hit like the back right corner of the opposing area, field, or whatever
Richardson's coming in right now.
Area.
Richardson's coming in right now, number 5. Oh, no, he's sitting down.
A couple of players, we just don't know the name of. The roster isn't fully filled out, which is fine.
Ethan Pereira on the line for the Wizards, who are up 6-4.
Wilsoncroft. It's going going to go back over. He's going to moonball.
Wizards pick that up. 7-4.
Brera.
Brock. Ah.
That was a great kill by Luke Brock.
Yeah. Ryan Cartier on the line for South Kingstown. Degnan sets it.
Tao.
Jaden Tao.
Oh.
It's going to be blocked and blocked out. South Kingstown defense was going to be a combination of Wilson Croft and Sean Cantino.
So Tao is on the line.
And when Tao was last serving, he got off like 4 or 5 straight points, and I think 2 or 3 aces too.
Yeah, a well-needed run for the Wizards.
Tao.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that is in.
Oh, wow.
Good serve.
That is
Perfectly
it.
right in the back. It looked out to me.
It was in by about 2 inches.
I think we need a press box in Dam Slester, Jim. We'll just throw a little ladder and like a loft.
I will address the school committee immediately on that. Oof.
Brock just tries to kind of run over and save it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 10-5, Wizards leading.
Another run by Tao.
JT. And over. Sean's going to hit.
Oh, nice
Brock
by
should go
Kelly.
back to Kelly's in a block. Denied by Kelly.
He just jumped right in there where they didn't expect him as the defense was shifting one way. He found a hole. And right there, and South Kingstown calls a timeout. Okay, the thing about Wollstonecroft is Mary Shelley, who wrote Frankenstein, her maiden name was Wollstonecroft. And she was Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley after she married Percy Shelley, the poet. So I wonder if this kid is somehow related to that family, because it's spelled the same way, I believe. But I'm not going to make a Frankenstein joke. We used to read that, me and Mr. Grenier, the baseball coach, when I taught with him in English, we used to read Frankenstein, teaching senior English, and we'd watch the movie, and we had a trial. The thing he used to do, the creature put Victor Frankenstein on trial for damages for not being a good father. It was a lot of fun every year.
How long ago was that? 2000s? 90s? Kelly block.
2012. Smart Alec.
Close enough.
We taught together for 7 years when I was a special educator.
I wasn't even in kindergarten in 2012. I was like 3.
I was 2 years old.
Wow. Well, he's older than I am, so. But no, great teacher, and that was a lot of fun.
You know, speaking about the old years, fun fact, Mr. White had my half-brother for, he did one of the interviews for him, Barrington Medeiros.
Oh, yeah.
He did the Mr. Alves interview when he talked about
did.
Cameron Alves
He did.
and the daughter.
Great guy. Tell him I said hi. He was a great guy. He's a great guy. Brock is on the line again.
Degnan.
Sisson.
Blocked out of bounds.
All right. Good job, Sisson. Not missing this time. All right. I'm going to make myself feel even older. I went to high school with Ian Degnan's dad. He was a year behind me.
Ooh. Yeah, Ian Degnan runs his dad runs the Westwark Basketball League. The little summer league they have at River Point every year.
Matt Degnan was a very good basketball player back at Cranston West back in the day.
And Ian Degnan was one of the better shooters in interscholastic league this year.
Yeah.
Kid shot like 45% from 3, which is something you don't see a lot in high school.
No. Unforced error. Wizards up 14-7, but service goes back to the Rebels.
A lot of smiles on the Wizards athletics, their volleyball team. A lot of smiles on faces, a lot of confidence.
Yep.
Degnan, Sisson.
And he got it.
Again. 15-7 Wizards.
Aiden Koo coming in.
Looks like Gallo, if they don't go to the fifth, he's just going to sit. Degnan serve, low.
Nice low serve.
Degnan's now going to set up Lucas. Lucas is going to tap it over. Gonna try to block it. Santee set up for Liam Sisson.
Boy.
Off of number 15, who we never figured out whose name he was.
16-7 Wizard, and it's important as they get, you know, they have a run going here. They have a 9-point lead, and it's important to keep communicating because this is where a lot of young teams will stop doing what got them there and then let the other team back in, and they've done that enough this match.
Degnan.
Another one.
Set up Aiden Koo. Who's going to be indiscriminately be awarded with the kill.
Yep. Aiden Koo, another one of my students last year.
Looks like Brock and Ryan Cartier are trying to go for it, and they had a little miscommunication.
And when something goes off the ceiling here, that's a difficult play to make because sometimes the ball comes down faster than you expect it, and especially to the away teams, that's tough on them. The Wizards are kind of used to it. They practice here, they play here, but that's a little bit of an advantage.
A little bit of.
Looks like they're just trying to put the dagger in here. Wizards are kind of showboating a little bit, having a little bit of fun.
So Degnan on the line.
Brock. It's going to be up. It's going to be tipped over. Wizards going to get up their first point in a little while.
Yeah. Jaden Tao tried to get in there, couldn't
Sean
quite make it.
Cantino's going to be given the kill.
Wollstonecroft, the subject of my last long story, is on the line again.
It's funny. He looks like a Jack, not a Chase.
Yeah.
I just keep wanting to call him Jack. Cool.
That's out. Point, South Kingstown. Wizards up by 10, trying to put it away here in set number 4.
I want to say Degnan's almost in the 40s for assists.
Well, we'll get that
Probably.
after the end of this match. I'm gonna send you guys over to get that, and then we'll have
Mike Gallo and Ian Degnan
for an interview. 20-9, but let's not put the nail in the coffin just yet. This South Kingstown team has been full of surprises tonight. Sisson.
Brock. We go to
I think he's calling a double hit, I think, on us. Okay. So Wollstonecroft again.
Sisson's going to come out.
Alex Osmania came in.
Yeah. Cantino on the line for South Kingstown. Set by Degnan. Oh. Kill. Was that Osmana? I believe 21-9 Wizards.
And they're 4 away from ending the match here.
Yep.
SK needs to make a huge
Colin
comeback.
Kelly came back in.
SK needs a huge comeback.
Oh, wait, now he's going back out.
Chris Wright's going in.
Chris Wright.
Lucas Martin with the serve.
Oh.
Just low. Martin's going to come out, come back in for Santee.
At this point in the game, it's not a huge deal, but you hate to see the unforced errors. You know, as the season goes on, the teams have to cut down on those because that's basically a point you're giving away to the opposition. You don't want to do that.
That's the good thing about us doing these early games is we can see drastically how teams improve defensively and offensively as we continue throughout.
Yep.
Degnan,
Sepatau.
JT.
Oh. 22-10 Wizards. Koo on the line. He's a setter, outside hitter. a junior. Little long.
And I don't see any sort of worry or concern on boys volleyball, their faces. I don't see any concern.
Oof.
Again, and as a lot of high school, college, even professional, amateur teams will learn, is that overconfidence can be a bane or it could be an advantage.
Degnan with the set. Tao. Jayden Tao.
Wizards
23rd point.
Point away from match and 2 away from the win.
Wizards playing very confidently. And, South Kingstown, I think they should come out of here feeling pretty good about how they performed tonight. They are going to win some games. They're going to win some games.
They should be proud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of the mistake with athletics in the high school realm, is that we think it's win or nothing, and a lot of losses can improve. Losses can prove strategic and skill of the players and the coaching staff, and really can show what needs to be improved in practice.
Match point. Match, not set. Oh.
JT's gonna hit it a little low. And would you attest to that, Mr. White? That losses like this really show what need to be chiseled out. Strategic and
absolutely.
skill-wise.
First 5-6 games, matches of the year, definitely.
Brock. Santee. Degnan.
Oh.
Chris Wright could end it right there. Brock.
No, not Brock. Santee. Ian.
Degnan sets it up.
Sisson.
They're
going to stay alive.
That's, what a save.
What a save.
By South
Degnan's
Kingstown.
going to hit it over. Wizards are going to stay composed.
Santee.
Here we go.
Sisson puts it in. South Kingstown's coming back.
Oh.
And I've got the ball.
South Kingstown really hustled on that last point right there.
They did. This is a team that's playing hard right up until the last. They're down by 10.
Wizards are a little too confident right now. They need to dial in. Win the game, get out.
And that's the match.
That is going to be the match. All right, we're going to take a short break here in the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Volleyball. We'll be back with post-game interviews right after this. 2. All right, we are back here at the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Volleyball. And with us now is Ian Degnan and Michael Gallo. So take it away, Michael. This Michael Dennis with the questions.
We saw a really tough first set. What was the defensive adjustments you guys made? A lot of really key mistakes made in that first set. What did Coach Malloy tell you to do?
So first of all, we called the first timeout, and he was really saying, like, we just got to wake up. A lot of it was just we're in our own heads. We haven't played together in a couple of games, and I think we were just getting back to feeling our regular self, stuff like that.
I really think we were just going out and trying to hit the ball, not really trying to place it, not really looking where to hit the ball. You know, kind of going out there and just trying to do stuff that we don't really do. It was just sloppy volleyball at first set.
So Ian Degnan, Mike Gallo, you had 18 kills, he had 40 assists. What was the thought every time you set the ball to Gallo? Is he going to kill it? Is trying to get back on defense, or were you just thinking it's just going to go right over?
I was just kind of going for the guy that was hot. He looked like he was putting stuff down. I was like, why don't I just throw it up to him, see what he can do? Threw it up to him, kept on putting it down, so why not?
And Gallo, we heard a lot of sound coming off of those spikes. You were hitting it hard. You were just going for it. One of the big things that I saw that you guys need to work on is when we spike the ball, the defense has to just recover. You guys were doing it good sometimes. Sometimes it was just like, what are we doing? I think that if you guys work on that, you guys are state championship qualifying teams. You guys beat the winners last year. You guys are undefeated so far, 5-0. Not a lot of teams to rival you. The only team that's really playing good right now is Pawtucket, and I'm pretty sure you guys played that at one point this season.
But let me ask one last question. Were you surprised that they won the first set? They seemed to be playing very well, and they really took it to you that first set.
I was extremely surprised that first set. I heard they lost to Woonsocket 3-0, so I was going in there just thinking we're going to pummel them, stuff like that. But I saw they could play. They had good blockers. They were a really scrappy team. And after that set, I just knew we had to lock in. We had to play better. But without a doubt, I think they're going to be a top team in the next couple of years.
I mean, I wasn't surprised. The way we came out, we looked horrible. We really looked horrible. We were like, it looked like we didn't play volleyball in like a couple days, which was true. But we just looked horrible. We needed to clean that up. Coach told us that. We fixed it. We came out with the win.
Yep.
Yeah, and you came out with the win, even though it wasn't your best game.
Nope.
And you know what things you need to work on. And thank you very much. Right here from Dan Sylvester Gym, Michael Gallo, Ian Degnan, Ethan Rose, Mike Dennis, and Eric White. Thank you very much for watching the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Volleyball.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We look like,
Bro, my arm was about to give out 5 minutes.
Yo, we look like